Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany from Eating Bird Food, and I'm really excited about today's video because I haven't done a vlog style video in so long. And I did a couple pregnancy updates early on where I showed you what I ate in a day. And today I'm gonna do one for third trimester because I am 38 weeks and 4 days actually. So I have 1 week and 3 days until her due date, which is so crazy to think about, but I'm really excited. Just excited to meet her and excited to continue my journey into motherhood. So yeah, in terms of food and eating, third trimester, I've been eating pretty much like my normal regular foods, back to eating salads and lean protein and lots of healthy stuff with a few treats here and there, just because treats are always necessary, and especially when you're pregnant and have cravings for chocolate and stuff. As well as like popcorn and kettle corn really. And yeah, so things have been really good with the third trimester. I've been feeling really good. There've been a few nights of insomnia, but other than that, I've been sleeping well. I've still been exercising. My main forms of exercise have been walking and then also prenatal yoga. I was doing some strength training here and there, but I haven't really done a ton of that lately. My body's just been craving walking. So that's what I've been doing mostly. Like last night I went on a 5-mile walk. So walking still feels really good, although I am feeling a little bit sore after I do my long walks, but it feels good in the moment. And my doctor said that's totally fine as long as I'm still feeling good. And maybe it'll help this baby come along. So in terms of food, so I'm going to take you along for today and show you what I'm eating. And I also want to mention a couple things that I'm eating to kind of prep my body for labor. So I'm doing medjool dates, which the recommendation for dates as you're leading up to labor is you start at week 36 and you start eating 6 dates a day of the smaller dates, or 3 medjool dates. So it's a certain amount in grams. I think it's like 75 grams of dates a day. And if you're doing medjool dates, they're bigger and they weigh more. So you can do like 3 a day, I think usually equals about 75 grams. And if you're getting the smaller ones, you need to do about 6 a day. I love the medjool dates. They taste extra caramely. They're soft and gooey. So that's what I've been doing, is the medjool dates. And then I'm also doing raspberry leaf tea, which is also is supposed to help your body get ready for labor. So it helps with getting your uterus to contract, whereas the dates help really soften your cervix and get it nice and ripe, ready to go to let that baby slide through. And then the other thing I'm doing is a supplement for evening primrose oil, and that's supposed to help with softening the cervix and inducing labor too. So those are the 3 things I'm using to kind of help with labor induction and just to prep my body, get it ready for hopefully a smooth and safe delivery. So that's the plan. And yeah, I'll just show you what I'm eating. Breakfast nice and easy this morning. I'm having 2 of these blueberry muffins. So this recipe is already on my site. It's blueberry muffins made with oat flour and almond flour, as well as a little bit of protein powder. So they're higher in protein. They're really, really delicious. And I'm gonna be having 2 of them for breakfast, along with an oat milk latte that Isaac actually picked up from a local coffee shop. So this is Blanchard's Coffee Oat Milk. I've been doing 1 cup of coffee a day during pregnancy. That is perfectly safe for my doctor's recommendation, so that's what I've been doing. And these oat milk lattes are so good. Here's what's going down for lunch today. I did a stuffed baked sweet potato with ground turkey that's been sauteed in taco seasoning. And then I've added a bunch of veggies on top of here to make it kind of like a stuffed burrito taco bowl kind of thing. So I have some roasted cauliflower, just a tiny little bit that was left over. And then I also put some tomatoes and jalapenos, avocado, red onion. I'm gonna add a little bit of hot sauce on top, cilantro, and this is such an easy lunch idea. You can bake your sweet potatoes in advance and just reheat them really quick when it's time for lunch. If you need to go to an office or anything, you can just bring the cold sweet potato with you, reheat it, and then add your toppings. Yeah, you could also add a little bit of cheese to this or sour cream. I'm gonna keep it simple with just the avocado, but it's a really yummy, super easy lunch idea. I also have on my site a stuffed sweet potato that's done with black beans. So if you don't eat meat and you want a veggie version, I'll link that in the description below. So I'm eating my lunch right now. I have my sweet potato bowl, and I'm also drinking the raspberry leaf tea, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about that. So basically, I really like it chilled. You can drink it hot or cold, but I really like it chilled. So what I do is I make a big batch and chill it. So I do 5 to 6 tea bags with 5 to 6 cups of water. I let it steep on the stove for 10 to 15 minutes. And then once it's done steeping, I just let it chill. I take the bags out, let it chill, and then put it in a pitcher and put it in the fridge to really get it cold. And then I can just drink it throughout the day. So I love having it with lunch. I love just sipping it while I'm working, and just makes it easy for me to get the tea in. You're supposed to do 2 to 3 cups a day, starting around 32 weeks, I think is the recommendation. I'll link down below some of the benefits of raspberry leaf tea in an article from Healthline, but it's really helpful for getting your uterus prepared for labor, and it can also be really good for PMS. So even if you're not pregnant, it's something to look into because it's supposed to be really good for women's health and PMS symptoms, like cramps and stuff. So just thought I'd share that little tip and how to make it iced if you want to. I'm having a date as a snack right now, so I just thought I'd show you. These are the Medjool dates. I love them. They taste so good, and they do have a pit in them, so you have to be careful. Just making sure to get that out. You don't want to like break your tooth. But they're really good, stuffed with almond butter, dipped in almond butter. They taste really caramelly and nice and soft, fresh as well. These are the best type of dates in my opinion. And they have a lot of good health benefits, a lot of good fiber. They are high in sugar, which makes them super sweet and delicious, like nature's candy. And you can make a ton of fun things with these too. I have tons of energy bite recipes. I have tons of healthy dessert recipes like my homemade Samoas. So I'll link to some of my date recipes down below if you're looking for ways to increase your date consumption. I have lots of good ideas, but you can also just eat them plain. I am home from my workout. I'm gonna start prepping dinner, and the baby is the size of a spaghetti squash this week for 38 weeks. So here's my little spaghetti squash. And we're gonna be having spaghetti squash for dinner tonight. I kind of put it on the menu intentionally because I knew she was the size of a spaghetti squash. And I thought that'd be fun, but I'm gonna show you my technique for roasting spaghetti squash. I have a whole video about how to do this. I'll link it in the show notes and in the video right here if I can, but I'll show you how I chop it, and then I'll also link to the video about how to chop it this way and why I roast it this way. Basically, it creates longer strands and it's less watery, so it's overall way better. So I will go ahead and show you how to do it. So basically for cutting it, you just cut it widthwise rather than lengthwise, and then you get all these nice long strands because you can kind of see the way that a spaghetti squash grows. These strands are kind of circled around the squash, so when you do them in these rings, you actually get long strands rather than short little choppy strands, and it makes it way less watery roasting it. So I'm about to chop it all up. I'll put a little olive oil, salt and pepper on the rings, and then put them in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes until they're nice and tender, and I can just scrape the noodles off, and then I'll cook up my sauce while these are roasting. All right, and so we've got our spaghetti squash. I did chicken marinara and then some zucchini in there with onion just to kind of bulk it up a little bit. And then I did some extra zucchini and onions roasted on the side. And then I have a little beet and feta walnut salad. Super simple, easy little dinner going down. For an after dinner snack, I am having my pumpkin spice Larabar balls. They are so easy to make and they're so good. I'm gonna have 2 of these. These have dates in them so I can get my dates in. And then I might have some tea and then get ready for bed.